Welcome back, Math 9. Today we are going to focus on, well, out of the bad math, we did addition, subtraction, and multiple types of multiplication. Now we are going to focus on division. And to be fair, division is the one that people struggle time to time because of one of the obvious reasons. You have to think everything backward. So, like what I mentioned, we are going to use, like long ago, algebra tile method first, and then we are going to go through each of division method using mental math method, which is algebraic method. So I'm just going to let my dog out. She's being a little cranky. Go out. Be free. Okay. So let's get this started. When it comes to division, you need to go all the way backward in terms of steps. Like literally the first step that we did out of 3 steps become the last step. Our last step, combination of the bunch of tile for the table, it become the first step. So if I tell you we need to do a full drawing of numerator, and we need to group them separately. What I mean by that is this. We already know our product. Numerators give you the product. Something times something. Denominator is one of the column. What I mean by that is it can be vertical or horizontal. Doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm gonna choose my first example vertically. So what I mean by that is like that. But my second example, I'm gonna do horizontally. Just in order to prove that order of placement doesn't really matter. You can put it vertically or horizontally, that's your choice. As long as you put denominator at one of those horizontal row or vertical column. So, divided by 2, this 2 is actually indicated by the integer tile over here. 4x plus 6 is the product which should be placed inside of this table. Now make sure that when it comes to this 4x plus 6, it go along with the arrangement of your vertical column or horizontal row. What I mean by that is, can you see 4x is a 4 strip, right? I want you to put those 4 strip under. Like that. I actually draw extra big for everything, so that's why it took a long how can I say, arrangement. But in any case, 6 of them, you gotta put under each of those columns. So what I'm going to do is put 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. In this way, everything that I have over here is actually 4x plus 6, something like that. Now, our job is basically predicting what's going on, in this case, row over here. How can I combine this empty integer tile with something else to make x? Well, the answer is I have to have long strips. A long strip, x, positive 1, give you positive x. X, positive 1, they give you positive x. Something like that. So it is going backward. Same thing happened for the others. On the bottom side, how can I have an integer tile from integer tile? That's another integer tile. You don't want to fail this though. Color, I mean. The reason being is color and empty one give you color. Empty one and empty one give you empty one. Or color give you empty one. So, be consistent. Then, once you figure the whole process out, this becomes my answer of 4x plus 6 divided by 2, which is 2 strip, 2x, and 3 empty 1, 2x plus 3. This is how we do division. It is very similar as what we have been dealing with as multiplication. The only thing that is different, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going backward. We have the inside components given. Our job is figuring out either horizontal or vertical row. So this time, why don't we do the example? But I'm gonna put my denominator as a side. Now, it is my job to put my entire numerator, 6b plus 12, inside here. But know the fact that I have to distribute it well along the set of this 3-color tile. So 6b, that means I have to have 1 strip, 2 strip, 3 strip, 4, 5, 6. There you go. It is positive 6b, so you have to have empty strip. After that, positive 12. I gotta distribute it evenly, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4 on first row, 4 to the second, and 4 to the bottom, so that when you count everything, it's positive 12. Now, it is my job to figure out what goes in here. The easy way that you can do is, well, color and something, give it a strip. That's -1. -1 times, and you have to have strip because integer tile strip give you strip. Except, can you see that it's empty over here? So that means it's positive. How can I make positive if one of them is negative? The answer is, I gotta make the other strip negative like that too, eh? So that negative times negative become positive. Same happen for my other one, and one, two, three, four colored one is the one that become the main components inside. So my answer is basically, in this case, horizontal row is my answer. -2x minus 4 is my answer. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do the division. Let's do more example. Today we're doing this type. Use tile to divide the following polynomials. So, first thing first, decide where your denominator go. Like I said, doesn't matter where you put horizontal or vertical. That's first step. Step number 1. Step number 2. I want you to focus on the numerator now. 2x plus 2. Which means I have to have 2 strip. Now, this is the part that you need to remember. Go along with the setup. Don't put somewhere in the middle. 1 strip. 2 strip. And how many? Positive 2. So 1 empty. Second empty 1. That is my second step. My third step is whatever the missing row. Either can be horizontal or vertical column. Positive 1 times positive x should give you positive x. So that's why strip goes here. 1 and positive 1 multiplying become positive 1. So my final answer is actually my completed horizontal set for this one. 2x plus 2 divided by 2 is equivalent as x plus 1. Let's do more. C. Oh well, A, B, C, D, but I don't want to move things around too crazy. So I'm just going to do C as the next one. 2x minus 8 and minus 2. Let's say, make a grid first. This time, why don't we put your integer tile up there, just for the variety of sake. First step done. Second step, focus on the numerator, 2x. That means I have to have 1 strip, second strip, and -8 is a fancy way of saying 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to distribute them evenly. And then my job is to figure out what goes in the vertical column. Color tile and color tile can make empty tile. So I'm gonna put color strip over here because negative times negative give you positive. Color, non-color give you color. Negative times positive give you negative. That's why. Same thing. And long story short, when it comes to my work, negative x plus 2 become my answer for 2x minus 8 divided by negative 2. Let's power through this, folks. 2 more example and we're done. Doesn't matter where you put this time. Why don't we put vertically? Positive 3. Now our job is putting these numerator inside of the grid or table, if you will. Negative 3x, fancy way of saying one strip on the top, second strip in the middle, third strip at the bottom. Positive 6, so probably 2 of each. That's an even distribution. Now our job is finding out the horizontal. Color and non-color give you non-color. So positive and negative give you negative. Positive and positive give you positive. So long story short, that give you negative x plus 2. Last example. Negative 2. This time, why don't we do horizontal setup for your denominator? 4x, that's positive. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have negative 2. That's one color, one color. The second step is tricky because you need to evenly distribute. But once you figure out how can I have color 1 and something that give you empty, that's color strip because negative times negative give you positive. Same thing happened for the second row. And third one, you should have empty one so that negative and positive give you negative. Same reason. So my final answer is equal to negative 2x plus 1. That is today's lesson.